Hello and welcome back to the channel, everyone. This is Motor Mike Media, and as always, I'm Motor Mike. Now, today on the channel we'll be talking about the BMW iX, and there's been a little bit of controversy about it, mostly due to the styling of the front end. BMW, as of late, they've been wanting to change things up a little bit. They've been a little bit stale in the last few generations of their vehicles, and they want to change things up, whether it be tech, materials, or just overall styling. So they've increased their legendary kidney grille size to become lung size. And it works sometimes, to be honest with you guys. The X7, their large SUV, it looks totally fine there. That's a very gorgeous vehicle. It's very chiseled, and a lot of vehicles in its class, like the Cadillac Escalade, which I made a video on, you can check out in the description below, as well as the Lincoln Navigator, they're large. They have big grills, and it works. I know it's a trend nowadays to do it, but when BMW put those large kidney grills on their sedan and coupes, the M3, M4, it doesn't really work too well. Some people like it. I know a lot of people are on the fence about it. It can be a little too much and take away from the overall styling cues of the front end. But they decided to add this kidney grill, or lung grill, to this iX. And I don't know, it's very large. It could just be the way that the pictures were and how the front end's kind of styled, but those grills just look too massive, and it takes away the overall look of the front end. And I think if they just changed the size of that slightly, it would look quite nice. A very handsome front end. But since it's an electric vehicle and that's a big fake grill, I don't know. You guys let me know in the comments below what you think about it. But let's talk about the rest of the styling cues. Going to the side's pretty nice. It has a very nice silhouette to the vehicle. Some nice body lines to it. It's kind of boxy with some smooth edges here and there. The back end's where it's more smooth, but it's pretty decent. Going to the rear end, I'm not the biggest fan of this rear end, but I do applaud BMW for trying to change up their styling cues. And the back end looks alright. Now, where I really like this vehicle is the interior. The interior quality is just greatly improved. It's different. In my opinion, the majority of the BMW dashes and their sedans and coupes, they're kind of the same. They're just the evolution of the previous generations. And yes, they've improved the tech, material quality of it, but they're just kind of evolutions of that old dash, and it's a little long in the tooth in my opinion. Seeing something that's completely different and radical is amazing. You have very large touch screens, digital gauge cluster in front of the driver, their latest safety sweeps, all their latest and greatest pushed into this vehicle. I think if they just change that front end styling cues a little bit, it'd be a great seller. We all know that crossovers and SUVs are selling like hotcakes. Having a vehicle like this with impressive numbers will do wonders to them. Now, what are some of these numbers? Well, 300 miles of range. That's very impressive for their first big leap into electrification. Now, this is an iCar, and the iCars are basically their electric vehicles, and I put quotations because the other two iCars, being the i3 and the i8, yeah, they didn't have the best ranges. You have to get the extended ones, which is adding a gas engine to it, to extend that range. Now let's briefly talk about those two, because in my opinion, one was a hit, one was a miss. I think the i3, even though it sells decently for them, is a miss. It's too small, while being very expensive for such short range. That vehicle starts like $45,000, and you have to pay extra to get the range extender, and you only get about 200 miles of range. That can give people range anxiety, and that's never a good thing. I like quirky vehicles, but in my opinion, it's just not the best overall vehicle in styling. And it's kind of small. Great for the cities, but when you're going long distances, I don't think it would be the best vehicle. And then the i8. I love the i8. It's actually my favorite BMW. And some people think it's too slow, some people think it's ugly. I really like it. You guys let me know in the comments below what you think. But it has some BMW traditional styling cues. A regular size BMW kidney grille. It's low, it's wide. It's like a BMW of the future today. And I really like that about it. They try to change up the dash in it to be different than the other BMWs. It wasn't as radical as this new iX's, but I like what they did with it. It was full of tech, it was cool. 0 to 60 in like 4.2 seconds. Well, for me, would be great because all my vehicles are 20 years old and 0 to 60 is like 10 plus seconds. But I can see why people don't like it. So I think that was a great success because it was a concept car made into reality, even though the i3 sells more. Now, going back to the iX, like I said, if BMW does some changes to it, I think this could be a knockout for them. Having an electrified crossover that gets 300 miles of range is amazing. And more vehicles are going hybrid and electric. This would be great for BMW. Well, let me know in the comments below. What do you guys think of this new iX? Do you think the grille's too much? Or do you think with a few different tweaks here and there, it could be a great seller for them? I thank you guys so much for watching. Please, if you haven't already, like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell. That way you guys can stay up to date with the latest and greatest from my channel. Check out the channel. I've been on this spree of electric cars, but I'm going back to combustion cars, don't worry. I have a lot of things to offer to you guys and a lot more coming soon. So once again, thank you for watching, and I'll see y'all in the next one.